Welcome to another installment of Parent Perspective, a video series designed to assist and educate parents, guardians, and family members of our future Arkansas Tech students, those students who will be joining us this fall. We know you play a major role in the success of your student, and we need your help getting your loved one through to graduation. We hope that through these video series, we can provide you the information you need to successfully prepare for life at Arkansas Tech. Today, our focus of these videos is on TECHadvise, the advising process for your student as they prepare to come to class next fall. To help us along with that, I have Ms. Megan Bark, who is the Director of Student Transition here at Arkansas Tech. Welcome, Megan.
Hey, Kevin. How's it going?
Great. Thank you for joining us today. So you perhaps have one of the most important jobs on campus. Your job is to get our incoming students registered and then prepared for life at Arkansas Tech. Can you talk to us a little bit about your role as the Director for Student Transition?
Sure. I absolutely love my job, specifically because I get to help students transition from life before Arkansas Tech to life at Arkansas Tech. It's a really exciting opportunity to be able to work not only with the students, but the parents as well. I know everybody is a little concerned about how this process is going to go, so I'm excited to be able to help them out today.
Sure. Well, great. Well, as I said, today our focus is on TECHadvise. That is the process where students, incoming students, get their schedule and go through a half-day orientation process, but get their schedule for next fall, which is very exciting. But so I want to make sure that we kind of lay out the steps for our parents. Can you provide us an overview of what a TECHadvise day looks like?
Sure. We have scheduled TECHadvise as half-day sessions. So students will be here from 8 to 12 for the required portion, but then we do have some optional sessions at the end of the day. So if parents and guests and students want to stay here for lunch or go right around campus for lunch and then come back for some optional sessions, they can do that. But the main portion is going to be from 8 to noon. From 8 to 9, that's when students will check in. They'll be able to talk to Residence Life if they need to have questions, if they have questions about living on campus or if they need to turn in any paperwork. They'll also be able to get their ID picture taken, so they'll get their student ID at the end of the day, and then a variety of other tables and offices that are focused on the transition of first-year students. After a short welcome session, then students will be able to speak with a representative from their college or department, which is really exciting because research shows that students are more successful when they have a connection with their academic college. And that's why students are here, is so they can take classes and graduate with a degree in an area that they're interested in. So we're excited to be able to connect students to faculty members and staff within their major so they can learn about expectations for their classes, as well as internship opportunities, research opportunities, all of that great stuff. And then towards the end of the day, they will be able to meet with an academic advisor from the Academic Advising Center and get their classes for the fall. So they'll actually, when they leave, they'll have a schedule and they'll know exactly what days they're going to be going to class, what classes that they're going to have, and all of that cool stuff.
Exciting. So this half-day process that they have includes stuff for the students, but it also includes stuff for the parents as well.
Oh, yes. While the students are in advising, the parents will have sessions that are specifically geared toward their needs. So parents will have the opportunity to sit with their student while they're in the college session, so that way they can also learn about all of the college expectations and all of those opportunities. But after that, we'll have an opportunity for the parents to kind of choose a variety of different sessions of stuff that they are concerned about. So opportunities to learn about the health and wellness resources that we have for students. Campus safety, we always know that's a big concern, and so connecting parents with our public safety office, as well as finances. That's always another big concern. And so making sure that parents understand how finances work here at Arkansas Tech, and then maybe assisting them if they need help or their students need help with ways to pay for college.
Great. So you'll have staff members from the variety of offices be a part of that day where they interact and engage with the parents. Great. So once somebody's been accepted to Arkansas Tech, they have the ability to sign up for TECHadvise, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do parents, as parents are sitting there thinking like, okay, what do I need to have done prior to this registration process? What considerations need to be made prior to them selecting a date?
The biggest part is that students have to be accepted to Arkansas Tech, and once they're accepted, then the next step is to sign up for your TECHAdvise session. So it's really step 2 or step 3, depending on if you're going to be living on campus, because signing up for housing is clearly one of the important things that you need to do earlier rather than later. But once they have been admitted to Arkansas Tech, students will receive an email to their Arkansas Tech University email address. So it's important that they follow the directions to set that up, and they'll get those directions in their admissions letter. And once they receive that email, there'll be a link in that email for students to be able to sign up for this session. If they don't want to wait for that email, if they go directly to our website, atu.edu/orientation, they'll be able to just sign up right on the website.
Sure. Okay, so that gets into, so a student can register through their website or through their OneTech email?
Correct. And the sign up is done through OneTech. So if the student signs into OneTech and goes to their student tab, and under the registration area, plan your registration, the first link says register for your TECHAdvise session.
And so I understand that there is plenty of sessions in March that are each day that is set in March is geared towards an academic college.
Correct. So we have 6 sessions in March. 5 of them are for specific academic colleges. And then the first session on March 11th is for any student that has previously been or currently a concurrent student at Arkansas Tech. And so we'll be able to get those students in. And then you can choose either the college day in March, or if that day doesn't work for you or your family, then the students can choose any of our sessions in April, May, or June, and those sessions are open to all majors. So while we encourage parents and families and students to come to the sessions in March, because it is directed at college-specific areas and they'll be able to get more information, it's not the end of the world if they can't come to that one. We completely understand that sometimes you can't miss school or you can't take off work, and we get that. And so there are some sessions on Saturdays, and there's some sessions when school is not in session. So whatever session for TECHAdvise works best for you and your family is the session that we want students to attend.
Great, sure. So if they get in there and want to do for arts and humanities and that college day is filled up, they can select another date?
Correct. They can just select any of the other days that are open to all majors, and they'll still get the same experience that they would at the college day. They would just not necessarily be with just students from their college. They'll be with students from all of the academic colleges.
But both are fine, but ideally, the earlier that you sign up for your date, the more opportunity you'll have to get the slot with your college, if that's what you
Correct.
want. Okay, good. So as it's an exciting day, it's an exciting time to come and get your class schedule, whether it be in March or April or whenever you choose. What are the goals for that day? What do you hope to accomplish with the students and with the parents during that half day of registration? Mm-hmm.
For the students, we want them to feel confident about the major that they have chosen, or feel confident in the fact that they are an undeclared major and they're going to be taking some classes during that first semester that will help them decide on what they want to do for their future. I was undeclared and I'm completely successful now, so it's all right if that's kind of where you are as a student. But if you have declared a major, we want students to feel comfortable with the classes they're selecting, and we want them to leave with a contact from their college, whether that's a faculty member or a staff member or maybe another student that they're going to be taking classes with. So feeling comfortable with that college and with that major. And also we want them to have a class schedule. So it's important if through the admissions process, if students haven't finalized all of their transcripts, if they have taken classes other places, they want to make sure that they either send those transcripts in and or bring the transcripts with the student to the TECHAdvise session, so that way their advisor has that transcript, so they'll be able to get their classes scheduled based off of classes that they've previously taken. So that's really important for them to know. So students will leave with a connection to their academic college as well as their class schedule for the fall. As for parents, we want them to leave with all of their questions answered. That's one of our goals, is to answer all of your questions. And so we highly encourage everybody, all of the students, to bring parents and guests. There's a lot of information, and sometimes students can't get it all because you only have 2 sets of ears, and sometimes you just hit that level where you're like, this is too much. And so having a parent, mom, dad, brother, sister, anybody come with you helps you because you can have somebody else there to get all of the information that you missed. And since we have parent-specific sessions, making sure that they are getting the answers to the questions that parents really are concerned about. That yes, they're concerned that their student is getting the classes that they want and they're going to make friends, but they also have the concerns about health and wellness and campus safety that maybe their student hasn't really thought about yet because they're more concerned about where they're going to live. And so really kind of focusing on those parent questions and getting all those parent questions answered is one of our goals.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing a lot of our students here in the coming months on campus. But to recap, students can sign up through their One Tech portal.
Correct.
Once they're admitted, they're going to get an email, which will link them to that, or they can find it on your website at atu.edu/orientation.
Correct.
That's great. We want to be making sure that we're checking our email and we know when they get that full acceptance and they can hit that link and get to sign up for TECHAdvise. The earlier the better, whether it's an early session or a later session, it's still best that you go out there early and pick the session that you want. So that's one way you can help your student stay on top of it and go ahead and get that session signed up for. So Megan, we appreciate you spending some time with us today.
Awesome, it was great.
And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.